are in the QBO gym, and this is where we have numerous hands-on exercises that simulate real-life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Each month covers a variety of new topics and scenarios, and to make it a little bit easier for you, we break it down into 4 different sections. So if you are looking to work on your bookkeeping skills, this is the place for you. And if you want to do an entire month's worth of these all on your own, be sure to join our free 5-day bookkeeping challenge. All you need to do is click on the link in the description. But let's go ahead and get into today's exercise, which is being pulled from our November Year 1 Strength Training section, where we really focus on customization. At the top here is an animated video to give you a synopsis of what is going on in Craig's world this month. He is our fictitious business owner. Further down is an interactive free assessment quiz that relates to the video up above. Below that are the exercises in this section. And at the bottom here is an optional area where after you have gone through all of the exercises in this section and completed them, you will unlock some sample marketing posts that you can use on your LinkedIn to share with everyone what you have learned so far. So let's dive into today's exercise where we're going to practice customizing the dashboard. Go ahead and click on that link to have the exercise come up for you. I have it here on the right side of my screen, so let's read through the scenario. Craig asked if there is anything else you can do to customize QBO for the way he does business. In a previous exercise, you reorganized the accounts on the dashboard because he wanted to use his MasterCard as his primary way of paying for things. There are other things you can do on the dashboard as well as the left navigation bar to be more user-friendly for the way you do Craig's books. Now, you will need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you are not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link in the description. I have the sample company here on the left side of my screen. When you sign in, this is what it will look like. This is the dashboard. So let's get started with this exercise. After talking with Craig about the different customizations, he said that he is fine with you making the changes that you discussed. Let's take a look at the steps below to see how to make customizations to the dashboard. First thing we're going to start with is shortcuts customization. Now, if you are still in the same session of the sample company as before from any of the other exercises and you're not on this page, the best way to get there is from the left navigation bar, hover over dashboards, and then click on home. So if you have been working in the sample company, be sure to get back to this page. If you are in a fresh sample company session, once you sign in, this is what it will look like. So one of the selections on the home dashboard is shortcuts right here. You have used this in several previous exercises. In addition to the 5 items that appear here on the screen, there are money in and money out sections that are hidden. So let's go ahead and see them by clicking on Show All on the bottom of that shortcuts box right there. Now you will see all 3 sections with icons for things you can use to quickly go somewhere in QBO. If you do not use these frequently, you can change them up. So we have here all 3 sections, money out, money in, and then we have the shortcuts. These are the 5 that we're showing here. So let's customize this a little bit by clicking on the pencil icon, which is on the top right corner of that screen. And note that you can also customize your shortcuts from the main page by clicking the pencil icon at the top right or the 3 dots on the bottom right of the shortcuts tile, and that's back here. All right, so we're going to start in the favorites section right here and make this work for you. You don't really create checks very often, but you pay bills monthly. So let's go ahead and fix that. Now note that your selected items may be a little bit different than the ones that are shown here, but we want to make sure that we are we're checking the checkbox next to create check right here to deselect it. So unselect that one. And then we want to click on the check box next to pay bills. So if I scroll down here, it's towards the bottom. Go ahead and click on that checkbox. And now we have these 5 selected in the favorites. You can also rearrange the order of the actions. Put the invoice action in the top position since you create a lot of invoices. So you would just click on the 6 dots right here next to create invoice, and then just hold your mouse down, drag it up to the top, release your mouse, and now it will show at the top of the list. Note that you can click Save between each customization, but then you have to reopen this menu. By not saving here, you will save a couple of extra steps. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Money In tab. So go ahead and click on that. We're not going to remove any of the actions that are already there in this section. We're just going to rearrange them a bit to suit our needs a bit better. So we're going to reorder the actions based on this list below. Again, you're just going to click on those 6 dots beside each item to move it and then drag it to the correct place and then release your mouse. So let's put it in this order. It looks like create estimate is first. So go ahead and click that, those 6 dots, hold it down and move it up. Then create sales receipt. Then record payment. Then add bank deposit. There it is right there. And that's after record payment. And then the 5th one is add customer. So move that. Then we have add product or service. So that goes under the customer. Or no, I missed one. A create invoice goes goes under add customer. Then we have add product or service. Then we have take payment. Then create recurring invoice, get paid online, create statement, and it looks like create sales order. Maybe we'll keep that one at the bottom here. So we have create estimate, sales receipt, payment, bank deposit, customer, invoice, product service, take payment, reoccurring, invoice, get paid online, create statement. And let me see if maybe it's on here somewhere. Is the last one create sales order? I am not seeing it. So maybe it's just a new feature that's here on in this particular list. So we're just going to leave that as is. And now we're going to work on the Money Out tab. So go ahead and click on that, Money Out. And let's go ahead and reorder these. This will be a little bit easier since it's a shorter list. So we're going to start with Record Expense, which is there. And then we have Create Bill. And then we have Pay Bills. And then we have Create Check. Then Add Vendor. Add Employee. Add Time Entry. And then create purchase order. So now that is the correct order that we want this customization to be in. We have worked on all 3 of those tabs. So now we can just go ahead and click on the green save button on the bottom right corner. And as you can see, it has been updated here for us and it's in the order that we just put it in. So let's just go ahead and click on the X on the top right corner there. And now that has been saved. While customizing quick actions can be helpful, you still have to navigate to this screen to use them. A better thing that Intuit allows you to customize is the left navigation bar, or left nav bar for short, which is here. This can be even more useful since it is almost always displayed. Now, the left navigation bar can be closed, as you can see in this picture below. The way to do that would just be to click on these 3 lines here and the arrow to click that to collapse it, or you can open it back up by clicking on that. Most often it is left open for the purposes of navigation. So we would click on this icon to, like I said, open and close it. So we'll leave it open for right now. In the sample company, you can see bank transactions is already marked or is already bookmarked. You can add additional quick reference bookmarks and edit the ones that are already there. So let's go ahead and click on the pencil icon next to bookmarks. And we're going to add some additional bookmarks for things that you use frequently. So we're going to click on the check boxes next to Reconcile and Chart of Accounts. So if you scroll down a little bit, here's Chart of Accounts. And then if I keep going down, here is Reconcile. So I'll go ahead and click on that. Note that the options you choose will show up in the order you choose them. If you clicked each one as you got to it and they are not in the order shown, you can drag and drop them into the correct order as shown in the previous section. So if I scroll back up here, I can see I did it in alphabetical order, but if I wanted to do reconcile first before that, I would just take those 6 dots, hold it down, move reconcile, and then release the mouse, and then it would be in that order as it shows here, reconcile and chart of accounts. You can also add, remove, and rearrange items in the menu section of the left navigation bar. So let's go ahead and click on the menu tab right here. And since Craig does not use e-commerce to sell his products, you do not need that option. So let's go ahead and deselect that. So if you scroll down here, commerce is right here. Go ahead and click on the checkbox next to it. And then we can go ahead and click on save. That's the green button on the bottom right corner. And commerce has been removed from the left navigation bar. It was at the bottom. And now we have the bookmarks that we had selected: bank transactions, reconcile, and chart of accounts. Now, each client's menu can be customized to serve their specific needs. Note that this feature has only recently been released and all customizations are for all users. Soon, each user will be able to make these customizations for the way they interact with QBO. And that is how you would customize the dashboard. Now, if you like this exercise and you'd like to do more like it, be sure to join our free 5-day bookkeeping challenge. All you need to do is click on the link in the description. We have finished the strength training section and we move on to the cool down section with our next exercise where we practice reconciling the bank accounts. And I will see you in the next video.